Hello and welcome to Lesson 1 of Piano Video Lessons, Beginner Piano Lessons. We're going to teach you everything from scratch, how to play piano. Everything that's going to be available here in this course is available for print on PianoVideoLessons.com, my website. All of the PDFs and music are available there if you want to hop on over. If you're watching this on YouTube, I recommend actually that you click the link to take yourself over to the .com so that you can have access to all of this stuff at your fingertips. If you find these lessons are too easy, I do recommend my note reading crash course, where if you're ready to start learning to read music on the staff, I can teach you every single note on every single line and every single space of treble clef and bass clef, and get you reading and playing the piano in no time at all. But if you haven't played piano at all, then I do recommend you start off with my beginner piano lessons. And here we are with lesson number 1. And these lessons are easy enough for adults, and I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know, and there are 12 beginner piano lessons. So let's start off today with lesson number 1, which is the piano key names. So we're going to start off by talking about the piano. If you look at the keys here, you can see that the black keys are arranged in groups of 2s and 3s. All up the piano, you can see they alternate 2, 3 and 2, and 3 and 2, and 3 and 2, and 3 and 2. So in order to learn the names of the keys, we actually only need to learn the names of the white keys, but the easiest way to do that is by comparing them to the black keys. So what we're going to do is start off with one of these groups of black keys. We're going to start off with a group of 2 black keys. So a group of 2 black keys has 3 white keys associated with it. And you can see here that the 2 black keys have 1 key sandwiched between the 2 blacks and 2 white keys that lay on the side edges of the black. So what I like to do is think about this middle note first. So here it is on the piano, and this note here that I'm thinking of right now is the note D. So a good way to remember that this is D is to think about a doghouse. And these are the 2 walls of the doghouse, and the note that's in between is the note D, and D is for dog. So here we have D for dog on the note in between 2 black keys. So we can go ahead and write that on our blank piano chart. And again, this is available for free download at PianoVideoLessons.com. And then we can look at the notes on either side of D. So let's look at the one on the left of D. And I guess the first thing that I should tell you before we get too far is that in music we always use letters for the names of the keys, and we use numbers for our fingers, and that helps us keep them straight. But we only use the first 7 letters of the alphabet in music: A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So when we're talking about these keys, we're always going to use one of those letters, and we don't use the whole alphabet, and that just really helps to keep it simple for all of us. Musicians always like to keep things simple. So right now we're going to talk about the key which is on the left-hand side of D. And if you think about the alphabet and you just go as far as D, A, B, C, D, you notice just before I got to D, what letter did I say? A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, right, C. So this note is C. And so we can go ahead and label that on our blank keyboard chart. So we have C and we have D, and in keeping with the order of the alphabet on the piano keys, we have C and then D, and then we have, you guessed it, E. The next key that we have is E. So we have C, D, and E as our 3 piano keys in the 3 key group of 3 black keys. So I'm just going to label that here on my cutout, my piano keys cutout. And one last one is C, and there we have it. So we have C, D, and E. All right, now we're going to talk about the group of 3 black keys. So here I have a cutout as well of 3 black keys, and we're going to talk about the keys that are in between the 2 black keys first, because then we're going to think about them as a group. And so the first one that we'll think about is the one that's right here, just on the left-hand side of the two middle ones. So the inside two keys actually are G and A. So here we have G and A, and I'll show you them here on the piano and I'll play them for you, G and A. So if you like to think of this as a doghouse, then you can think of this as a people house. So in the people house, there are some people, and I like to think of grandmother and aunt, and it's G and A. So G and A, grandmother and aunt, are inside the people house. So the dog is in the doghouse, and the grandmother and the aunt are in the people house. Now, another easy way to remember the two notes that are in the people house is if you think of a baby. So babies can talk, but not very well. And so one of the words that a baby can say, one of the first words, is the word ga. So this is so easy that even a baby can learn it. And the notes are G, A, like ga, ga. So G and A are here on the white keys inside the people house. And now we know that the piano keys are using letters, and we know that the alphabet has an order. So I bet you could figure out which note will be here. The one that comes immediately after A. If you think about the musical alphabet, you'll know that the note that comes after A in the alphabet is the letter B. So here's B on the piano, and here's B on my chart. So now I have B, A, G, and E, D, C, and I only have one key that doesn't have a letter. So I bet by now you have figured out the answer to this last red key. This is like a game of Twister. Twister for your fingers on the piano. All right, sorry. What is it? F, you're right. It is F. Okay, so finger twister. Right hand, finger 2 on yellow. Left hand, finger 3 on green. Right hand, finger 4 on red. Okay, that's just silly. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Okay, so here we have the 3 black keys and the 4 white keys around it, and I'm going to go ahead and label these. So what do I start with? On the outside top, B. So hey, we can think about the people house with grandma and aunt inside, and maybe we can think about these other keys as the doors that lead into the house. And so my auntie always likes to come in the back door. And grandma is very proper. And grandma always likes to use the front door. So here we have F, G, A, and B. Front door, grandmother, aunt, and back door with ga, baby inside. All right, so let's just do a quick little quiz. What is this key? It is G, ga. What is this key? It is C. Here's D, and here's C. So think of these as a group, as C, D, E, and here they are, C, D, E. And think of these as a group, F, G, A, B. And that's a good way to memorize them, is to think of them as a group. So here we go. I'm just going to remove these off the piano so I can play a little bit better. And hopefully you followed along and you've labeled the key names on your blank piano key chart. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to practice playing through some of these and really working them into our mind. So what we're going to do is play all of the Ds that we can find. So I'm just going to start right here as opposed to going any lower, but I'm going to play D and say it. D, 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 and D. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to play all of the Cs. So here I go. C, 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 and C. And what you could do now is repeat the same thing using all of the notes, playing all of the ones you can find, and really lining them up. You can also print off this sheet and fill in the answers to all of the notes. And then here's a whole big chart of the piano. It says, try this, label all of the Ds first, and then all of the Es and Gs and Cs and As and Fs. So all you need to do is get out a pen or a pencil and go ahead and label all of the Ds on this little keyboard chart. And then label all of the Es. And this will really help to make it easy for you to remember all of these letter names. Don't just write them in order. Everyone remembers the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What you want to start to do is to think about how these compare to the black keys and how they compare to each other. You want to instantly know. If I say play an A, you just do it. If I say play an F, you just do it. You don't have to think about where, oh, here's C, so where's E's and then D. No, I don't want you to do that. I want you just to know instantly what the name of the piano key is. So let's play a little game, and not a very long one. I just have these two little flashcards that we can use. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of these cards, and I'm going to ask you what are the three notes that I'm showing you. So what is this? What are the three white keys? Answer? C, D, E. Nice. Now, what are the four white keys? Answer? F, G, A, B. And again, what are the four white keys? F, G, A, B. And what are the three white keys? C, D, E. Very good. All right, so in the next lesson, I'm going to show you the names of the finger numbers and get you practicing on the piano keys with different finger numbers, and that won't take very long at all. So please join me in lesson 2 of my beginner piano video lessons, and hop on over to PianoVideoLessons.com so that you can print out the PDFs to go along with them. Thanks for watching. See you next time.